Okay, so let me just first ask you about, tell me about this rescue mission, we're trying to help this family.
Yeah.
What do you know about it, first and foremost?
So really, we learned about it as a result of the story that News Channel 8 did. And I had not heard about, what was happening with this family, and certainly we knew the devastation that struck Puerto Rico, and our hearts go out to everybody who's living there. What they're going to have to deal with and rebuilding is unbelievable. But we heard about this family and their plight and thought, oh my gosh, we got to try and see if there's something we can do. And so we reached out to Tropic Ocean Air. It's an airline that flies out of Albert Whitted Airport. Great owners, great company. They are based predominantly in Fort Lauderdale, but they come here, they go to Miami, Bahamas, and I reached out to their CEO and said, can you help us? We got this family, they're running out of food, they're running out of water, they're running out of hope. And they didn't hesitate. There was not a blink of an eye. It was immediately, yes, can you try and find out where they're located, and let's see what we can figure out and how do we get them out.
So you're watching the story. Initial reaction was,
oh my God, we got to do something to help these people. Yeah, I mean, our hearts went out to them, and the devastation that happened on this island, and to have a family that's from here, that's just stuck and trapped. And so it really was. It was kind of like we felt when we thought it was barreling down on us. All hands on deck. What do we got to do? Let's get creative. How do we solve this problem? And this is just another example of a great community partner who was just selfless and said, you know what, we're going to step up. We're going to help.
Have you spoken to the family yet, or no? Or you're
I have not. We have spoken with the family's mother, and that's who's been our really communication point to help us. One of the first things we learned was longitude and latitude of where are they on the island. Then once we knew that, it was a matter of, okay, how do we get to them? Tropic Ocean Air has seaplanes also. So one of our thoughts was, well, if they can't get to an airport, and we certainly knew there was no way they were getting to the main airport, then maybe we can fly a seaplane in. The big concern that we had in that respect was all the debris that's in the water, and a landing into debris would be dangerous not only for the family but the pilot. So ultimately that got ruled out. Fortunately, the family was able to get to a small airport that this plane could land in. And that's how we're going to be able to extricate them tomorrow.
They're going to meet the family, hopefully, if they get here, right?
Yes.
They may go to Fort Lauderdale, or probably here.
Yeah, as we know right now, the plan is for them to get picked up tomorrow. I think they're going to stay a night over in St. Croix, which is where the crew of Tropic Ocean's been staying. They're going to put them up in a hotel for the night, and then we're working on arrangements as to whether they go back to Fort Lauderdale or come straight back here.
And when they get here, I guess you're anticipating quite a, it's going to be emotional, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've got 2 young kids. Yeah, this is why, when, those of us who get in this kind of a position, we do it because we want to help people and make a difference. And what's beautiful again is, and we've seen this throughout the whole storm here in St. Pete, is neighbor helping neighbor, nonprofits, businesses, everybody's stepping forward to help each other. And here we go, Tropic Ocean Air says, absolutely, tell us what you need, we're there. And yeah, it makes your heart just explode with joy.
And at Channel 8 too, that's kind of what our brand and stuff. So
yeah.
It's safe to say, if you're not watching at that moment, because you took a personal approach to it as well, how important was it, again, you mentioned that you were, because of the story, that how important was it that we were trying to get this word out? Yeah,
what's happening with this family, if you all hadn't done this story, we wouldn't have known about it. And so, you all ought to also be pretty doggone proud of what's happening here and the impact that this story, just doing this story, is going to ultimately have on this family. It's life-changing.
All right.